that DNA is already playing like this huge role in Bryan Kohberger's murder case. We already knew that his team was in a tug of war with the prosecutors over the genetic profiles of 3 other guys that were found in the house. And then we watched as the defense called an expert witness on the so-called genetic genealogy. That was at a pretrial hearing last month. But now the Latah prosecutor says that they're hearing Kohberger's expert, that lady, Gabriela Vargas, genealogy expert. Prosecutors say they're hearing that she's been saying things outside of court that are not the same as what she's saying inside of court. That's what you call a problem. And suddenly the FBI has shown up on her doorstep because the prosecutors asked investigators to find out what was going on. But the defense says the FBI's intervention is violating their client, Mr. Kohberger. It's violating his right to due process. Is it? I know that Mark Geragos probably has an idea. He's a trial attorney. He's co-host of Reasonable Doubt podcast with Adam Carolla. He's live with me now. Is it? Is it a violation of his due process if the prosecutor smells something's fishy?
If you just put yourself in the defense standpoint, if somehow the defense had access to the FBI and somebody testifies for the prosecution and you send the FBI over to question them, I think you would find that to be somewhat troubling. And I find it troubling here that the FBI is involving themselves, especially because you're dealing with a scientific type of evidence that is basically not generally admissible in a court. So you have to do a hearing. And guess who they call as witnesses in these hearings? And guess whose modus and whose methods they're testing? They're testing the FBI's crime lab. And so, yes, I find it to be highly, highly offensive and intrusion.
Let me be clear with our viewers, like DNA isn't something that's not normally, it is admissible. It's admissible. We use it all the time. It's the genealogy part that's the one where everybody's, kind of wound up. But Mark, what do you do? But answer that. What do you do if you hear that the other side has an expert that's talking out of 2 sides of their face? Are you just supposed to sit back, or are you supposed to investigate it yourself? Like, what else are they supposed to do other than call the FBI?
It's